Hey y'all, I'm gonna show you the 6 steps for making a D&D character. So the first step is your initial inspiration. So this is an idea or goal that will guide the rest of the character creation process. So your inspiration for a character could be, your desire to play out a certain character archetype or a fantasy, like a cowboy or an artist. Or you could base your character off an existing character or person you want to emulate. Alternatively, you can base your character off of some sort of gimmick or a joke. So for this character, I'm going to say I want to play a boxing character. He's going to be a boxer. So I'll give him like little boxing gloves because I want to punch stuff. So next is his background. So we need to decide like how this character fits into the world. So this guy's a boxer, but maybe that's not like his full-time occupation. Like maybe his day job, he works in a bakery and then he goes to like an underground boxing ring at night. So I'll say for his background, he's a baker. So next is his personality. This is how you'll act out your character. So it's like your character's voice, it's how they interact with other characters, and it's how they respond to different situations. Are they cowardly? Are they brave? How do they respond to stress? Do they, it's how your character behaves. So for this character, I'll make him a himbo. So he's a nice stand-up guy. He's tough, but maybe not super smart. He got too many concussions from boxing. So the next step is the character's motivation. This is what drives their actions. Since my guy's a boxer, I'm gonna say that he's motivated by, stimulation and competition. He wants to get into fights and he wants to win them. So is what will push my character forward. And you also need to consider why your character will be motivated to go on an adventure, because that's what D&D is about. So maybe for my character, he's motivated to, find an enemy and defeat them. So like the prospect of finding a foe to defeat and come out victorious, that's what will hook him onto the adventure. So for his backstory, this is like where your character came from and how they ended up where they are now. So you need to consider, who's your character's friends and family? What do they care about? And like how do they end up here? So I'm gonna say that, my character, person he cares about is his mother, and he cares about making her proud. So I'm gonna say for his backstory, he's a mama's boy. You can also think about their racial background. So in D&D, you can play as different races. You can be a human, an elf, a dwarf, a bunch of others. I'm gonna say this guy's a tiefling. So that gives him these little devil horns and a little devil tail. So now we have like most of our character finished. The last step is the class. So in D&D, you can play as different classes. These determine your character's abilities. So the type of abilities I want my character to have, I want him to be really good at punching. So the class that makes sense for him is to be a monk, because monks are all about martial arts and attacking with your fist. So I'll make this guy a monk. Cool, awesome. So one last step, let's give this guy a name. We'll call him June, because that's the month it is. So now we got all 6 elements of the character. We can like tie it all together and complete it. So this is June. He's our boxer. He's a but he's a baker during the day because his boxing career hasn't really taken off. Um, he's a himbo. He's like a really nice guy, but he's motivated by competition. Yeah, he wants to be the best boxer. Um, like become famous. Um, and that's why he'd be motivated to go on an adventure, because if he can like take down, a big tough guy in a boxing match, that'll promote his boxing career. Um, the people he cares about in his backstory, he loves his mother and he wants to make his mom proud through boxing. And because he's all about punching, he's part of the monk class. So there you go. That's how you make a D&D character. So now that we have our character concept complete, we can go into D&D Beyond and make a character sheet for them.